Another day, another Fiona Harvey video. Yep, that's right, because Reddit has done what Reddit does best, and that is to dig up any dirt on anyone ever. And Fiona Harvey is no exception, because over on her actual Facebook page, apparently her actual Facebook page, she has been incredibly vocal about Piers Morgan abusing her, apparently, and other incredibly strange things that really doesn't help her case should she go to court against Netflix for defamation, because she is just exposing the true kind of person that she is and has apparently been portrayed as with Martha. So this came from this Reddit thread right here, which goes on to state the insane Facebook ramblings of Fiona Harvey. I was just scrolling through Fiona's Facebook page. She doesn't really help herself. Apparently, Piers is an animal who abused her. She insulted his wife and children. Piers is yet to say anything negative about her. She now claims that Richard Gadd and his friends have HIV. Of course, there is no proof. Can she sue Netflix for defamation and slander when she's the one making worse claims against Richard? But of course, at the moment, there are a billion Fiona Harvey Facebook pages, literally. But this one is a private locked down page that wasn't private prior to the show coming out. And it was about 2 weeks after the show came out that she locked down her pages on Facebook. And I believe that this person was one of the people that kind of slid in to that page and followed it before it went private, which means that they still have access to all of the feeds. So just to kind of give you an example, this is how many Fiona Harvey pages there are on Facebook. 39,000 followers, 15,000 followers, another one, 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 another one. Literally, it goes on forever. There are so many until you get to about here. And then, where obviously we've got the wrong Fiona here because they worked at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, official. So obviously they're not Fiona Harvey. But from here upwards, all of these pages are dud Fiona Harvey pages, people trying to pose as her. So this one, for example, I'm suing Netflix for £11 million defamation, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's just crazy. But obviously you can do your due diligence by scrolling to the bottom, finding out when the first post was made. This one, apparently the first post was made on the 1st of May this year. So obviously, and you know, it's clearly not her, because the posts would have been a lot prior. So, you know, be careful with who you believe online. But this page apparently is the legitimate one. So we're going to dive through some of the crazy posts that she has apparently been making over on her page. So the first one, well, let's just go from the very beginning, shall we? Which is here. Oh, well, there is no very beginning, I guess, but we'll start here and we'll work our way up. So, and frankly, that 10-ton Tess who plays Martha needs to go on a diet. By Jingo, she does. I was a size 12 when I went into Hawley Arms 12 years ago. Gadd and Netflix can't even get that right. I didn't wear big tents and cardigans like she does. I used to run, then walk 10 miles a day and only put weight on lockdown because I broke my ankle but I'll lose it. I also don't have a big boggly eyes like her. What a mess. So that's the first one. Then it goes on to state, just before I go to bed, I'll share with you, journalists have told me all is not well in the Piers Morgan marriage. He's either having an affair, presumably, with a blind and deaf woman, and there are more problems in that marriage too. Well, save that for another time. If he's calling me a liar all the time, I think you lot need to know this. I wish he'd stop having his staff calling me, offering me opportunities to work with him. I don't believe that's happening. Believe me, I've offered loads of opportunities in recent weeks and they are all calling Piers Morgan names. I thought it was a good opportunity to go out and rebuke lies. He's turned into his own lies. The female producer is clearly scared of him. Couldn't even work her phone and talked nonsense. Paul Connolly is quite a nice guy, and the other producer. All the staff appeared to scared of Piers Morgan. Well, I'm not scared of bullies like that. I call them out. The next one. Then the thing about Piers Morgan is he exists on nastiness. Nothing nice ever comes out of his mouth, in my opinion. He's mentally deranged. That's why I discuss his behaviour off record with the Daily Record. That's why he's calling me names. He saw that prior to going on Lorraine. That conversation was supposed to be off the record with the Daily Record, but Piers fell out of with Trump, so he could get headlines a while back. The grammar in this is awful, which also tells me that this is definitely a real page. Doesn't matter who Piers Morgan is in there slagging them off. What way to live, it's diabolical, and gadd's the same, so on Netflix. Just say anything they want to bully people. I'm utterly shocked. I'm more shocked by seeing that than gadd and Netflix. Gadd is very mentally disturbed and has been for years, so people expect this abuse from him. Netflix, well, they have no standards, but Piers begged me on that show, so I did obscure staff and get this. I won't be cooperating with the Daily Record again. Too bad. John Dingwell wants to write a book with me so he can get advice. Not happening. Can't trust him. Not happening. And then the next one. It just keeps going like this, by the way. And I've heard several sources recently. Richard Gadd has HIV. He can maybe lie his way out of that one if he can ever manage to get anyone into bed, which I think by the looks of him rarely happens, in my opinion. He's the type who would lie and infect people and not tell folk he had it. It's all so sordid. Right, I'm off to bed. A whole load of folk will be let down Sunday and Monday while I get rest. Okay? And then that's the last one that she wrote. So, based off of that, there's no denying that from the grammatical errors, the punctuation in odd places, the poor typos and all the rest of it, that, there is potential substance to this being the real Fiona Harvey, aka Real Life Martha, apparently, allegedly. But it's interesting that if this is Fiona Harvey, and she's posting all of this stuff, whilst claiming on Piers Morgan Uncensored and to the Daily Record that she will be suing Netflix for defamation and slanderous claims, whilst also going onto Facebook and creating defamatory and slanderous claims, like claiming that Richard Gadd's got HIV, which there's no proof there. She's just thrown it out there. He's got HIV apparently. Which, I can't say for certain if he does or does not. But either way, if it's not true, that's then slanderous and defaming. Whatever. You know the word I'm looking for. And then to go on to claim about Piers Morgan that he's having affairs, that he's having, he exists solely on nastiness and people at his show are petrified of him, almost like this Ellen DeGeneres kind of vibe, then that's also defaming to Piers Morgan and slanderous to him, which then gives him a case for defamation and slandering, which is exactly what you had an issue, well, she supposedly had an issue with within the interview with Piers Morgan, which is then why she's suing. So it's an absolutely crazy whirlwind of what the fucks right now, because you've got her saying that I'm going to sue Netflix, but then I'm going to go on Facebook and slander all of these people, if this is her, of course. It's just, every day I open up Safari, I just type in Fiona Harvey, tap the news section, and there is something new going on. Because, that she is so in the spotlight at the minute. And a lot of people are saying in my comment section that, well, she's loving it. Her kind of tendencies and traits as a person are loving the attention that she's getting, because it's almost like negative attention is better than no attention at all. So therefore she is lapping this up and doing everything possible. Of course, I made a video, I don't know when you'll see it at the time of recording, either yesterday or the day before, about Keir Starmer. Crazy stuff. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new. Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed. Cannot wait to see you in the next one. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.